What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Ashley Ross, and I am here to bring you week 5 of The Ashley Ross Show. And as you can see, I am wearing a very special merch. Got my God and Grind Every Day Kobe Mamba edition. Shout out to the Lakers, world champs, baby. Now let's get into some football. Panthers taking on the Falcons. I think the Panthers are so impressive right now because they are winning games. They're on a 3-0 win streak, and they do not have their best player. This is really good from the Panthers. Teddy B is doing his thing. Atlanta, yes, they didn't have Julio, but Dan Quinn's fate was already signed, sealed, and delivered. He was going to be gone. In another move, the GM is gone too. I mean, you just can't have that much talent and not be doing anything with it. So Atlanta, I hope this starts a new regime for y'all. Panthers, keep doing what you're doing. Cardinals taking on the Jets. How much of a dream matchup has it been for Kyler Murray to DeAndre Hopkins? It seems like they get 130 a game. I mean, he is balling out. We knew he was a great receiver in Houston, and I still think, you know, this is no knock against Deshaun Watson at all, but this just goes to show when you are that dude, you make it work in any situation. To the Jets. I've said it once, I will say it again. They decided to go with Flacco because they tried to say Darnold had some kind of injury. He may have really been injured, but at the end of the day, nothing, and I mean nothing, is going to change for the Jets and their organization until you give Adam Gase the boot. So until y'all want to do that, y'all gonna continue to lose. Eagles taking on the Steelers. I was really nervous for the Eagles coming into this game because from what I've seen from the Steelers defense so far, I was like, this is going to be a very long day for Carson Wentz and company. But to their credit, Philly, they held their own throughout this game. And I don't want to keep harping on Carson Wentz every week, but Carson, my man, you cannot have 9 interceptions to 6 touchdowns on the season. That's a very Jameis Winston-esque like number. That's just not good. But on the flip side, to the Steelers, it seems like with the Steelers, every season, they always have like this player that kind of comes out of nowhere that just emerges as like this little shining star. And so far, it's been Chase Claypool. I mean, he had 7 receptions, 110 yards, 3 touchdowns, not 1, not 2, 3 touchdowns on the day. Steelers, I do want to see what they do against better competition, but so far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Rams taking on Washington. Now, coming into the game, we knew that Dwayne Haskins not only got benched, but they were like, you going down to the 3rd string. So Kyle Allen, formerly with the Panthers last year, he got the start, and that meant that Alex Smith was second if something were to happen to him. Something happened, he got hurt, and Alex Smith, probably the feel-good story of the day, which we definitely needed a feel-good story yesterday. He comes in after all of his surgeries, after the horrible leg injury he suffered a couple years ago, and it was just such a good moment. I mean, to suffer the injury that he did, to go through what he did, trying to just even get back to even walking and being healthy, to actually being able to be on the football field, you have to commend it. It was great that you saw his family in the stands. So even though they didn't win, that is a win for Alex Smith, his family, and Washington. So congrats to y'all for just getting back out there. Much love. Bengals taking on the Ravens. Now, the stat of the week. I heard this on every single show, everywhere I turned. Joe Burrow, he's thrown 3 consecutive games for over 300 yards. Well, you know who else heard that? The Ravens and that defense. They said, not on our watch. They held him to under 190 yards on the day. And this is what we expect from the Ravens. We expect them to beat a team like the Bengals. I don't want to keep going back and forth on this, but I just want to see if once and for all, when they actually play a good caliber team, can they play from behind? That's our biggest question mark from the Ravens. We know they're explosive. We know that they're exciting, but we need to know, can they be battle tested? Jaguars taking on the Texans. This would be the first game in the post-Bill O'Brien era. and they got a win. Now, I'm not going to say that Bill O'Brien was just all the problems in Houston, but Houston definitely doesn't have a problem anymore, if you get what I'm saying. I think the biggest thing for Houston in this game was, look, we're going to come out and show that we are still a good quality team. We can still play. Yes, we've lost some pieces, but we are still that team that was in the playoffs last year. And it doesn't hurt to go against the Jaguars. I think Jacksonville, when they won that first game of the season, we were kind of like, oh, I thought they were tanking. I still think they might low-key be tanking just because they don't have the talent. But shout out to the Texans. They got the win, and Houston is looking much brighter. Dolphins taking on the 49ers. This was an interesting game to me because I didn't have enough confidence in Miami to pick them to win this game, but in the back of my mind, I said, you know, this is a game that I think the Dolphins could win. I didn't think that they would win by that much, but the bigger question I'm having for the 49ers, and I don't want to, start a quarterback controversy, but I just feel like ever since the end of last season in the Super Bowl, like Jimmy G was their guy. Like even when Jimmy G went down with injury a couple years ago, they still paid him out. They still had a confidence like this is going to be our guy. And it just seems like after the Super Bowl and he didn't make those couple clutch throws that they feel like probably could have won it for them, there has been this looming question mark of, is he the guy? Is he clutch? Can he make the throws? And I don't really know where you go if you're the 49ers, because who do you have on the roster that's better than him, and who out there could be better for him in your system? And we know that Kyle Shanahan's an offensive guru, so it's just something to keep your eye on if you're a 49er fan. I'm not fully ready to move off of Jimmy G, but it definitely adds some questions. Now, he was coming off of injury, so we'll give him that, but I'm keeping my eye on the Bay Area. Raiders taking on the Chiefs. Now, the Raiders, they always seem like they're kind of in a game, and right when it looks like they can be in a position to win, they sometimes have these dumb penalties, or they turn the ball over, or they do something that just takes them out of winning contention. But not yesterday. The Raiders, I was impressed because it's funny, coming into the game, somebody was like, are you just going to keep picking the Chiefs? And I'm like, yeah, they look like the Super Bowl champs. But this is the thing. When you're that team and you have that X on your back, everybody is going to give you their best effort. And that's exactly what the Raiders did. And despite their record, the Raiders, they have some dogs over there and they have some pieces. What I think is interesting about the Chiefs is I don't think this is a time to panic, but I think you cannot take any team off because they're kind of like the Warriors a couple years ago where everybody is going to give you their best. So if you don't bring your best, you're liable to catch an L. So shout out to the Raiders. Shout out to Raider Nation. I know y'all was celebrating. Good job for the Raiders. Colts taking on the Browns. It's official. I am sold on the Browns. Here's why. Because I said if they can win this game against the Colts defense, who is obviously one of the best defenses, if not the best defense in all football, I said if they can win this game, I will say that they are for real, and they are. This is why I really like good coaching. You can see the difference of the Browns of last year and now with Kevin Stefanski, obviously an offensive mind. He has them clicking and he has Odell engaged. And what did we say last week? Get your star players involved and good things will happen. Colts, this is the Phillip Rivers that you pay for. Yes, he will sling the ball around over 240 yards. And yes, he will turn it over to the other team. 2 INTs. So you get what you pay for. And right now, the Browns and that Odell trade is paying big dividends for them. Giants taking on the Cowboys. Toughest moment of the day when Dak Prescott went down. We obviously all saw it. We knew that it looked really bad. He's going to be out the rest of the season. He's already gone into surgery. But I think what was the silver lining in what was a horrible moment was just the camaraderie on the field. You had people like Jason Garrett, former coach, now the OC for the Giants. He came over, and just the well wishes across the league. And it just puts it in perspective, as competitive as this game is, there is such a unity and a brotherhood and a love there. So Dak, we are wishing you a speedy and healthy recovery. I hope that you're back soon and better than ever. And I really hope that the Cowboys take care of him because he's done more than enough to show that he is the franchise guy. Sunday Night Football, Vikings taking on the Seahawks. Seattle would make this game another nail-biter, trailing by 5 late in the fourth quarter. What did Russell Wilson do? He took the team methodically down the field and hit, not on first down, not on second down, not on third down, fourth down, his new favorite target, DK Metcalf, for the game-winning touchdown. Was I stressed? Honestly, no. I really was not that stressed because this is the confidence you have when you have a quarterback like Russell Wilson. I was like, look, all 4 downs, if we need him, let's do it. And I just am so happy with Russ, how the Seahawks are playing. And the Vikings, to their credit, I mean, their record coming in was 1-3, but they still got some dogs on that side. So Vikings, I do hope that they get it together. Seattle, we 5-0, baby, 5-0. A game that has not happened yet as this is being recorded, but a game I'm really looking forward to, the Bills versus the Titans. Listen, this is a different world we're living in. We can all agree, and football is going to be no different. I think that more than likely they will have to extend the season because they're going to run out of bye weeks at this point. I would just hope that we're all understanding, and at the end of the day, as much as we love football, I love football, football does not come before safety. So the safety of the players is the most important, so let's get that done, and then hopefully we can have the games, have the season. I wouldn't mind the Super Bowl in March. So as long as it can be done safely, let's get it done. And that's it for this week's episode of the Ashley Ross Show. I hope you guys enjoyed. And like I said, I'm rocking my special Mamba edition, God and Grind every day. Shout out to the Lakers. Great win for y'all. Do it for Kobe, Gigi, and everybody else. Sending much blessings to everybody. Hope y'all stay safe. Wear a mask. Take care, y'all. Bye-bye.